That's how we can help our environment. Yeah, I can say that.
And also related to Mr. Panya's statement or the opinion related to using the online platform, what do you think about that, Mbak Somya? Do you think that that's gonna be a good movement to try to influence people by using the online campaign itself? For example, just like making
Yeah.
an Instagram related to the zero waste lifestyle and then just like do the campaign online. What do you think about that?
Yes, it is very helpful, I think, because we, the youth, we live in a generation always using social media as Instagram, Facebook. So if we are seeing these stuffs like campaigns related to eco-friendly environment, then I think it is good. It is a good stuff. We can try to motivate other people by seeing these campaigns that we should try to minimize our waste, our plastic waste, actually. Yeah, it is a good movement.
Okay, thank you very much for your opinion, Mbak Somya. Now I'm going to move to Miss Maya, related to the same question as well. On how do we influence people to start the zero waste lifestyle? And maybe related to the online campaign as well. Do you think that's gonna be, let's say, it will be effective to influence people to start the zero waste lifestyle? So please, Miss Maya.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Anita. Basically, for me personally, how do we influence? How do I influence people to start the zero waste lifestyle? If Mr. Panya before said that the target is to recycle the plastic itself, but for me, I am gonna go with the reuse because there is a point for the zero waste lifestyle. It's like refuse, reduce, reuse, recycle, and run. And I'm gonna go with reuse because here in Indonesia, it's kind of famous about thrifting. So everyone buying secondhand clothes, and it's really interesting. Like when we use secondhand clothes, it can help us to reuse. So we didn't buy like we don't have to produce a new things that maybe later it can be sent to the landfill. So reuse is like the way to reuse is the way to overcome that problem. And about the influence using social media, for me personally, it really it can really helpful because there is there is a person called Asinan Azahra Akilani from Indonesia. So she is an environmental youth activist. I think she's still in 15 years old, but if you go on her Instagram, she has a lot of followers in Instagram, and from that followers, she can influence the followers. So I think it's really helpful to do the like the campaign through the social media. I think that's all from me.
Okay, so I think that Mbak Somya and also Miss Maya agree with Mr. Panya's opinion, related using the online platform, or in this case, maybe just like doing the virtual campaign using the online media platform. And also with the same question, I'm going to give the same question as well to Mr. Faisal Khan. So hello, Mr. Faisal Khan, with the same questions. How do we influence people to start the zero waste lifestyles? And also, what do you think about the online campaign using the online media? So please, Mr. Faisal.
Okay, so before influencing people, we have to understand that we are habitual to use the single use items. So that is creating more waste. So for that, before influencing, we have to first of all do the realization. We have to realize what will be our lifestyle, what lifestyle we are following. Then we have to do introspection in ourselves, in our lifestyle. After that, we must examine our lifestyle to list down the things. What are we using as a way? What we are using more regularly, so that we can reduce it or reuse it. After that, we have to make the commitment, and then commitment, we have to make the plans to how we have to do it. After planning, then there comes the action. And after this process is if we practice it daily, or a part of this process we practice it daily, it sooner or later it will be our habit. So in terms of industrial waste management, they use 5 R's: refuse, reduce, reuse, repurpose, recycle. But in general, in our daily life, we can maybe do the 3 R's for like reduce, reuse, recycle. But sometimes it is not possible for us to refuse. But if we have taken the single-use items, and then we can reduce it and reuse it and recycle it. And for the influence part of, first of all, thing we have to do the influence oneself. We have to implement this process in our homes, so that first of we implement on ourselves. After that, we do the influence to others. Online platform is a great platform for this message to be delivered, and also the government level steps should be made to make awareness of this process.
Okay, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts, Mr.
Sama-sama.
Faisal. Okay, okay. I also do agree with the practicing daily means it becomes our habitual in the meantime. Yeah, even though maybe just like using less plastic, that's gonna be very challenging for everyone. But yeah, at least you're trying to practice in our daily best, and in the meantime, it will gonna be our habitual as well to use less plastic, or maybe just like always do the recycling. Yeah, and also do the campaign as well by using the online media. All right. Okay, it's also interesting because there are some people as well commenting in the chat box, and also I see Mr. Ajit is currently raising his hand now. But let me just like read some. That Mr. Ajit also said that without waste, or anyway, he is sending the direct message to me. Without waste, life would not be best. So he thinks that without the waste, life could not be best. So maybe just like we can just like start to less the use of the waste in our daily basis to make our life become in the best version. Yeah, Mas Ajit. Yeah, okay. Thank you for sharing your thought, Mr. Ajit. And also Mas Madan or Mr. Madan Mohan also say that I also try to minimize the production of waste by not throwing electronic appliances in garbage. I give my old gadget for recycling. Oh, that's a very good movement anyway. Influence start by oneself. Try all kinds of ways to reduce the carbon footprint, and people see it as a model. And when they see the effect, they follow it too. Yes, that's true. Yeah, I think we also agree that when we try, when people see us as a model, for example, just like the influencer doing their good things, and also and the followers following what the influencer do. So I think that's gonna be very good option as well. Just like what Mr. Panya said, that we can just like do by using online platform. We as the influencer, and we can just like influence people, or just like in this case, maybe influence our followers. Yeah. Okay, and also another thoughts, online platform is good to some extent in bringing awareness, but sometimes it becomes the method of publicity. Yeah, so there should be a way to make people responsible for their wastage. Okay, so that's very interesting because at some point, using the online platforms can be only the method to just like maybe try to get the attention from the public. So it becomes the method of publicity, yeah, by Mas Madan Mohan. Okay. And what do you think about this, Mbak Somya? That using the online platform is good to some extent in bringing awareness, but sometimes it becomes the method of publicity. Just like we are trying to get the attention from the public, and after getting the attention, and we just like, oh, finally I'm famous, for example. And then we just try to get back to the plastic life, just like using more plastic again. So what do you think about this, Mbak Somya?
Yeah, I mean, they are everyone have their own perspective about things. We, the youth, we live in a generation where most of the people not caring about even their families and their friends. So who is nature in front of these people, or who is nature? What is the importance of nature for these people? I think most of the people, yeah, they are trying to be famous for publicity. They are doing these stuff. Wow, we are cool people, we are doing something for environment and all. And for most of the students or most of the people, these type of topics like environment, eco-friendly environment, and these becomes only a topic for the webinars to get e-certificates, or sometimes to bunk their boring lectures, I think. But I think they should be taught the real meaning of the nature, the importance of nature, that they should not only promote these things because to become famous on Instagram, on Facebook, to increase their followers. They should really appreciate the people who are actually doing stuffs for saving our planet. They should yeah, they are, most of the people, they are doing these things for only for publicity. They should try to, I mean, understand the meaning of nature and the value of nature, to appreciate and to join the campaigns who are really doing stuffs for tackle these plastic related problems. Yeah, I think they should be done.
Okay, thank you very much, Mbak Somia. So yes, using the online media platform can be also become the platform to get more attention, yeah. Especially in nowadays, everything can be very easy to go viral. Yeah, and it's such a waste as well if we just like get the attention and then after that we didn't do anything after that. So yeah, and now I'm going to ask the same question as well to Mr. Faisal Khan. What do you think that Mas Madan Mohan say in the chat box that yeah, at some extent it is very good to use the online platform to bring the awareness, but at some point as well, yeah, now currently the online media platform is used for the place to get attention or just like for only for matter of publicity. So what do you think about that, Mas Faisal?
As a matter of publicity, the person, the influencer, should understand this it has to be a lifestyle that he has to follow, she has to follow. Then she can promote or he can promote that, not just sake of appeasement or sake of the increase of followers. And for the online platform has some drawbacks. If the person is not a tech savvy, he doesn't know how to use the mobile phone or how to use this technology, so he is not aware with this campaign. So there are or the remote areas in our countries, so there are no access of the mobile phones or the devices. So how it will be possible for them to get influenced? So it is a problem, not just online. Online for the cities or for the tier 1, tier 2 cities, it is good. For the tier 3 cities or the villages or the remote areas, we have to do the physical campaign, and through the NGOs or through the or government level, or other things can be done.
Okay, so yeah, so maybe using the online platform only will be effective for people who can use the social media. But for those who cannot access the social media, maybe that's not gonna be a very good or effective way, yeah, to just like bringing the awareness related to the zero waste lifestyle. And also, what do you think, Miss Maya, related to the question as well? Not really question, just like the thought from Mr. Mas Madan Mohan, yeah, talking about online platform is good to some extent in bringing awareness, but sometimes it becomes the matter of publicity, or just like in this case, it's just like the place to get more attention from the public. And what do you think about that, Miss Maya?
Well, okay. For me, every single thing has two sides. So there is positive sides and the negative sides. So if we see on the negative sides, of course, the online platform also like can becomes the method of publicity. But when we using social media to influence people, of course we have to like get a lot of followers, because that followers that we can influence. If we didn't have followers on our social media, how do we influence people? So for me, we don't have to focus on the negative things. We because everyone try their best. So yeah, just stay focused on the positive side. That's from me.
Okay, so
Yeah.
basically we just need to focus on the positive side of
Yeah.
using the online media platform. Yeah, even though that's also one of the platform to get the attention from public, just like to get famous easily. We can just like using the online media platform. And what do you think, Mr. Panya? Do you also agree that online platform is good to some extent in bringing awareness, but sometimes it becomes the matter of publicity? So please, Mr. Panya.
Thank you. In my opinion, yeah, like just like Mrs. Maya says and mentioned, like everything has two sides, so like can be either negative or positive. But if it's like if you take a look at from this perspective, like okay, like perhaps like maybe like the influencer like be like maybe like he or she maybe she's doing it for the publicity, but but like for the point is that the point is that as long as they're what they're trying to what they're trying to convey, I mean the influencer trying to convey the message as long as we take their message and implement to our implement it into our daily life. I think there's nothing to be wrong with that. And also, it's like Mr. Fasal said, like it is also I think like as I mentioned, like media platform is really like a good place for us to advocate about this kind of problem, but also like physical campaign is also important. So like, I don't think that these things have to like cancel one another. So I think that's I think.
Okay, so I do also agree that everything has two sides. Yeah, everything always has two sides. So it's gonna be positive and also negative. But just let's focus on the positive things. Yeah, even though we know that online media can be also the place for getting attention, and after that, getting the attention, sometimes the influencer didn't do anything about that later again. So maybe just like focus that at least we are bringing the awareness to people. Yeah, using the media online platform. Okay, thank you, Fran, for all the speakers. Now I'm going to move to the next questions or the next slide. But while waiting for the next question, I also want to read some the direct message coming to me that are from Ruzar Music. Yeah, I think online platform is actually the best place to influence others, just because nowadays mobile phone are the needy thing. Even though they don't know how to use it, they still use social medias for time pass. Yeah, and so that's how they get to know about it. Okay, thank you very much for a good point. Yeah, Mas Ruzar Music, that again, let's focus on the positive side of using the online media platform as the media that can be accessed by all the peoples around the world easily by using just like one media or just like using one place or one social media platform, so we can just like bringing the awareness to all the people around the world. And also Mas Madan Mohan give more response. Followers or subscribers can ask the influencer after a period of time to show his or her progress or achievement, so that everyone will know it wasn't done for publicity only. That's true, yeah, Mas Madan Mohan. So at least we can just like ask them, so what will you do next? It's not only for taking or just like getting the public attention, right? For example, so at least one way to hold influence responsibility or responsible. Thank you, Mas Madan Mohan. And also, Mr. Frankie Londa also said that I think we should do good things in front of them with a lifestyle of caring about the surrounding environment. That's also a very good point of view, that to influence people, maybe we can start from our own self to show them, just like become the role model. And after that, just like the people around us, for example, the family, friends also, they will follow us to do the zero waste lifestyle as well. And lastly, Miss Arlian, using social media to bring people or educating people awareness about zero lifestyle is a very effective way in today's world. Yes, that's true. But we must not forget the bandwagon effect. Oh, so I think it's very important that our words match with our action. Very good point, Miss Arlian. Yeah, that it's very important to match what we do in our daily life with what we say or just like what we talk to other people. Okay, so now I'm going to move to the third questions. Aren't you aware that our life cannot be separated from the waste? Yes, that's true. For example, almost everything you buy is covered by plastic. When you go to the market, what do you think about this statement? So the statement, I highlight again the statement, aren't you aware that our life cannot be separated from the waste? For example, when we go to the market and then we buy something, of course, we will be given a plastic to carry our groceries, right? So what do you think about this, that we cannot separate it basically from the waste? So I'm going to start from Miss Maya, yeah, first. Yeah, what do you think about that, Miss Maya? So please.
Okay, well, actually, I have watched a video from Laura Singer. So she is actually a person that apply a zero waste lifestyle in her life, and what she is doing in her life, because she is also make a statement that we cannot separate it our life from waste, because like every single thing in our life connected to plastic. For example, our toothpaste, the packaging is plastic, and then for example, when we buy food on the groceries, the I mean the bag is from plastic, and then when you want to do snacking, for example, the packaging of snack is from plastic as well. And what she is going to do to overcome that problem, she is making um her own things. For example, she want to use toothpaste, but she don't want to use plastic anymore. So she make her own toothpaste. That's what she's doing. That's what I got from the video. So now she run like private, what is it called? So she is selling what she's made. Uh, for someone who want to try the zero waste lifestyle, she sell what she makes. So everyone who wants to try it, you can buy it on her store. So basically, for me, it's like a good innovative things to do to overcome this problem. I think that's all from me. Yeah.
Okay, wow, very good point, yeah, Miss Maya, related to, yeah, I do also agree that it's very hard to separate our life with the waste, especially just like in this case, the waste means the plastic, yeah. And how about Mbak Somia? What do you think about the statement that our life cannot be separated from the waste? And just like, yeah, we use more plastic bag in our daily life. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, I totally agree with the statement, as I think it became a family member, plastics. We are surrounded by plastics everywhere we go. So removing all the plastics waste from the planet is impossible. But now is the time to focus on the three most important words which we are learning since our school: reduce, reuse, and recycle. We have to apply it in our daily life. Now it's the time. So try to buy less plastic packed foods, and I can say that I have read an article that the university students have uses the orange peel for the water filtration instead of using the plastic made ROs which we are using in our homes and offices. So they are promoting these natural stuffs to how to use the orange peels to filtrate the waters. I know it's not sound that much effective, but we should try to promote these stuffs so that we can actually reduce the use of plastic in our daily life. We should try to promote these stuffs through social medias or through campaigns, through offline campaigns, so that people can actually try the practical use of how they are using the orange peel to filtrate the water, and how much it is effective in our day-to-day life. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for your point, Mbak Somia. Now I'm going to move to Mr. Panya, the same question as well. So what do you think about the statement that, yeah, our life cannot be separated basically from the waste? And just like Mbak Somia said, that it's basically becomes our relatives already, yeah, our family member already. So what do you think about that, Mr. Panya?
About the statement, I think it's very true, and it's really become our relative since we've been choosing if we take a look at the old day when we go to the market, like when we go to the market, we're not just going to buy like grocery like vegetable and stuff. We also buy some food and stuff. And in the old day, uh, when we buy the stuff, we usually serve in a like banana leaf. But like since we're introduced to the plastics it became more. I do agree that it is more convenient since plastic is it is stronger than it's less delicate than the banana leaf and stuff. But like we also have to keep in mind that we also like to start. Um, I mean, like now since that we see that the plastic it has the impact our environment, we should also start take our action to replace it or just reduce it as much as possible. Like for example, if we focus on reusing replacing it, like we can try to bring our own bag or other organic material to buy the grocery. And also I read some like other article about there's like this one mart in Cambodia where for example if you want to, because for example the soap for washing this or for cleaning the floor, it's also part of the plastic, right? So like for example, if we're running out of the soap, we can go to that mall to like to fill the soap so that we don't have to buy more waste, which can have the impact on environment. So that's my opinion.
Okay, wow, that's very interesting that in Cambodia, yeah, we can say that it's a kind of filling station, yeah. When, for example, for the shop, for wash dishes, or we do not need to buy the whole plastic again, just like in the whole package of plastic, but we can just like do the go to the filling station and just like we fill the shop itself. Well, that's very interesting. And lastly, I'm going to ask Mr. Faisal Khan the same question as well. So what do you think about the statement that our life basically cannot be separated from the waste? It's already been our family member right now. So what do you think about Mr. Faisal?
The statement is true in every sense. So actually, we are living in the plastic world. Everything from our button of our shirt to the complex machines like spacecraft, all things are made of plastics. So to reduce its impact on our environment, first thing is that we have to refuse it. Wherever we find it, where we will be offered the plastic, we have to refuse it. Mostly for the single-use plastic, we have to refuse it. So first thing is that. Second thing is that we have to repurpose our needs, rechannelize our needs, and rechannelize our demands. So for example, we have waste clothes in our cupboards, so we can make bags from this, and we take that bags to the market and use it as a alternative. So an alternative can be done in terms of many things. It has to be realized and plan out, and then on that plan we have to take actions.
Okay, thank you very much for your opinion, Mr. Faisal. And also I spot one of the interesting statement that we can just like make a bags using the clothes, and then we can just like bring that back when we are going to shopping, or just like when we do the grocery shopping. So it will be just like one of the method to reduce or to use plastic bag class. And I also spot some of the comments from the chat box, especially from Mas Muhammad Ayas. This session is very informative. Oh, thank you very much. I'm doing master in environmental science. This is very helpful for me. Thank you. So thank you also for all the speakers who have already shared their opinions related to the topic. And also one of the questions sending through direct message to me from a second. Who is this from? Oh, okay. So do you think it's possible to live without plastic, since most of the entrepreneurs use plastic for their products, and it is somehow supported by the government? So the question is, do you think it is possible to live without the plastic? And because Mas Faisal also said that now it's actually the plastic world. So we are currently living in the world of plastic. Everything's used the plastic. And do you think that it is possible for us to live without the plastic? So I'm going to ask maybe Mr. Faisal first, please.
As I said earlier, that we have to rechannelize, repurpose the needs. So now, currently in India, there are companies which are using for the cosmetic products paper tubes, not the plastic tubes. So because of the awareness in the consumers, so consumers are asking that we don't want these plastic tubes, so we want a paper tube or alternative from this. Also, in here there is a polythene. We have biodegradable polythene made from the starch-based polythene, so that it gives the less impact to the environment. So we have to repurpose our needs and repurpose our the direction of the productions. So that will help in this.
Okay, thank you very much for your opinion, Mr. Faisal. Now I'm going to ask Basomia. Do you think it is possible for us to live without a plastic?
Yeah, we know it is much difficult, but at least we should try to take small steps and try to motivate other people to do these similar steps, so that we can save our planet from plastics. Yeah, most of the cosmetic industries are using that plastics stuffs to cover the cosmetic products. And I think now in my home, when I buy online cosmetic products, they are packed in plastic stuffs. So my mother used to be creative from these plastic stuffs. Like she made a vase from plastic, and cards, vase and cards, and various things. She tried to be creative with it. Instead of throwing it in garbage and polluting our nature. So try to be creative instead of throwing these stuffs. Yeah, that's all I can say.
Okay, so basically it's quite impossible. Yeah, it's actually very difficult to live without a plastic because everything is now covered by the plastic itself. Okay, thank you for your opinion, Basomia. Now I'm going to ask Mr. Panya, what do you think about the question as well? So do you think it is possible for us to live without a plastic? So what do you think, Mr. Panya?
In my opinion, I think that it is very impossible for to live like with zero plastic at all. But like I've said, we what we can do is have to find a way to reduce it and turn into something else, turn into something positive. So for example, like if there's like a business that would use this plastic and to recycle it to something valuable, like I think we should like to appreciate them and to promote them more, so that so that it can be it can run for like a long term, because like nowadays, like even if there's like a business that using the plastic to recycle, I think that's like much people still know about it. So like therefore I think we should like to support them and promote them more in order to start reducing the plastic.
Okay, thank you very much for your opinion, Mr. Panya. With that, when we are going to just like maybe do shopping groceries, for example, because it's very quite impossible. It's even just like very impossible, to live without the plastic. At least we can just like do what Mbak Somiago's mothers do, that we can just like be creative with the plastic, making fast or maybe anything that we can do with the plastic itself. So just like we can reuse it again. Yeah. Okay, so thank you very much, Mr. Panya. Now I'm going to the last speaker as well with the same questions. So do you think it's very impossible for us, Miss Maya, to live without the plastic? So please.
Okay, for me, I think it's really impossible to live in this world without plastic, because that is why we talk about this zero waste lifestyle. It's to try to not send the plastic to the landfill as little as possible. So if you ask me that, is it possible to live in this world without plastic? So I'll say that it's impossible. But here in Indonesia, there are several policy that government apply to overcome this problem. For example, when we do a grocery shopping, we have to pay for the plastic bag. So everyone should bring their own our shopping bag if they don't want to pay the plastic bag. And here in Indonesia as well, there are a lot of company that already apply what is it called, plastic straw. So some of company here using a paper straw for their products. So I think that's several ways to overcome this problem. Even though it cannot make us with living without plastic at all, but at least we are trying our best to overcome the problem. I think, yeah, that's my opinion.
Okay, that's very true. Yeah, that's actually very impossible for us to directly live without the plastic bag because everything now is covered by the plastic. Wherever we go, we find the plastic itself. Even maybe just like when, for example, just like when you're going to the groceries, to do the grocery shopping, and then you forgot to bring your bag, and finally you use the plastic again, right, to bring or to carry your grocery shopping. And oh, right, we also have some of the opinions coming from Mas Madan Mohan. Everything is covered in plastic. That's true. It doesn't have to be. There are alternates which can be utilized. Now, eco-friendly packaging are also available. Yes, just like what Miss Maya also said. In Indonesia, currently, some of the, let's say, just like the factory using the paper straw to substitute the plastic straw itself. And also, I have already found some of the shopping place or just like grocery shopping place in Indonesia. They do not provide the plastic bag. Also, they do not provide the thing that we can use for to carry our groceries. So it means that they require us to bring our own bag when we do the groceries, which is actually a very good movement, yeah, to save the planet itself. And also, yeah, so this company should be strictly instructed by the government or the law to not use plastic, or at least reduce the use of plastic with time. I've read that waste plastic can be used as a raw material in construction of roads or buildings. Yes, that's right. I also have read the same news as well. Moreover, it increased the durability as well. Yeah. So again, we can just like be creative with the using of the plastic. We can change that plastic into something else which is useful than becoming the waste, yeah, in our environment. Thank you, Ms. Madan Mohan, for sharing your thoughts. And also we have Mbak Nidi or Miss Nidi. Yes, it is true that many things are made of plastic around us, and we use those things too. That's true, yeah. But even if we are using plastic items, it is not harmful as long as we grow more trees and plants. Wow, very interesting point. Around us, because the air which have been polluted due to the plastic waste remains balanced if we plant more trees and make our environment green and clean. So rather than just like try to use less of plastic, we can also do another thing, just like, yeah, make our environment green again by just like planting more trees and other stuff. And also Mashed share the same thought. Only thing that industries consider is the material cost. They use plastic because it is cheap. That's true, yeah. Okay, so now we are going to move to the Q&A session. Maybe I'm going to invite if one of the participants from this Zoom who want to ask the questions. There's maybe only one question, yeah, because the time in Indonesia, especially in Kendari, yeah, it's for Maghrib time. So we are going to limit the question for one question only. So if any participants have the questions to the speakers or related to the topic itself, which is the zero waste lifestyle, so please feel free to ask the question. Okay, anyone want to ask the question or just like maybe share the thoughts related to the topic itself? Yeah, I think there's a lot of things or a lot of information also share in the chat box, which is very informative as well. So thank you very much for the very active participation for all the participants. Oh, one question, yeah. It is from newbie. I did a campaign of zero waste life a couple years ago in my university, and it was really useful activity. But I found an obstacle from how the zero waste life is seen by students. This campaign was a good thing to do, But still, people think that why do we have to leave plastic in our daily life? They believe that it is government business to make regulation in reducing the plastic. But some people might think that it helps environment, even we still need to be rebranding this style so everybody can accept this motion. So my question is the newbie questions. Do you have any plan or ways to rebrand this zero waste life where you say that we do recycle from the waste so people can have it or and use it in daily activity? So thank you. So maybe can I ask two, yeah, maybe one or two from all the speakers to share the thoughts related to the question, maybe to rebrand the zero waste lifestyle. So can I ask the representative from India? Maybe I would like to ask Mas Faisal. What do you think about this, Mas Faisal, to do the rebranding of the waste, a zero waste lifestyle? So please.
As you see, some companies, industries are doing this, and there's a brand here in India, Decathlon. Is the name. They are using recycled materials in their clothing and in the shoes. So yeah, for example, we use that polyester clothing. It is made of the recycled PET, polyethylene terephthalate bottles we use for drinking. So yeah, companies are going in this direction towards this. Also for this to use the conventional materials, but it is expensive right now due to the market prices, and the government cannot regulate the market price. It can give the caps on some things, but not on the whole market price. It is not possible for the government, because there is a free, in this capitalist economy, there is free market, and the price will decide with in the market, not by the government. So we have to understand this.
Okay, thank you very much for sharing your thought, yeah, Mas Faisal. Then maybe because of the time, I would like to ask the next questions, which is from Mas Harsit Dwivedi. He asks that how can we eradicate plastic from the market? Wow, it's very interesting how we eradicate plastic from the market. So I'm going to ask this question to Miss Maya, the representative from Indonesia. So please, Miss Maya.
Okay, well, thank you. The question is quite, my response is quite similar with the previous question. If you asked that, is it possible to live in this world without plastic at all? And for this question, how can we eradicate plastic from market? I think it's quite hard to do, because as we already discussed before, a lot of stuffs in the market using plastic. So from a lot of I mean previous speakers already told us or explained to us that there are a lot of ways to eradicate a plastic. But for me, I'll repeat that there are a lot of company already apply it, like some brand already changed the plastic straws using paper straws, and some market as well already apply that we have to bring our on shopping bag if we want to shop on that market. So I think it's several ways to eradicate the plastic from the market. Even it's not will apply like what 100%. I mean, but this is our that's our way to eradicate it. I think that's all.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Maya, for sharing your thoughts related to how can we eradicate the plastic from the market. So I think that's the end of the Q&A session, and we are going to move to the very last session, which is the closing statement coming from all the speakers. So I'm going to give the 30 seconds for each speakers. It's only 30 seconds, yeah. So it's very simple closing statement about the topic for today, that is the zero waste lifestyle. So I'm going to start from Mr. Faisal Khan. So please give your closing statement.
As for to change our lifestyle in this regard, so we have to first of all realize the things and examine our lifestyle, and after that make plan and take action. So the constant realization, constant introspection about our lifestyle will make us habitual about this change. That's all I want to say.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Faisal. And now I'm going to move with Mbak Somya. So please give your closing statement.
According to me, try to reduce the use of plastic and be creative. Be creative with the plastic stuffs. Thank you.
Okay, a very simple one, yeah. Yeah, try to use less and be creative with the plastic itself. Okay, thank you. Now I'm going to move with Mr. Panya. So please give your closing statement, Mr. Panya.
Okay, so, oh, no, sorry. From my statement for the closing is that like as we know, like the plastic is definitely has the impact on our environment, and it is a negative. However, we should like turn it to something positive, like as Miss Maya said, like make something creative out of it and make the use out of it. So that.
Okay, terima kasih. Thank you, Mr. Panya. So we need to be creative again, yeah, with the ways that we have already created in our daily basis or in our daily life. Okay, so lastly, the representative from Indonesia, Miss Maya. So please give your closing statement.
Okay, as my closing statement, instead of talk about the concept or the lifestyle of zero waste life, why we are not just start to apply it in our life from the very small things like bring your own tumbler wherever you go. So yeah, just start it. Just start it. That's my closing statement. Thank you.
Okay, so start with the simple movement, yeah, to have a very big change in our, to save our planet, to save our nation. Okay, thank you very much for all the speakers. I would like to say thank you very much to Mr. Faisal, to Miss Maya, Mr. Panya, and also Miss Somya. Yeah, now we are going to have a photo session. So I would like to invite everyone to turn on your camera. We are going to have a photo session before we close our session for today. It's actually episode 1, so it means that there will be another episode related to the International Students Talk 2022 brought to you by Institut Agama Islam Negeri Kendari. Okay, so once again, I would like to invite everyone to open your camera. We are going to have our very last session, which is a photo session. Okay, thank you very much for those who already opened the camera for us. Okay, so I will count in 1, 2, 3. So please, the committee. Okay, once again, 1, 2, 3. Okay, once more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, once again. 1, 2, 3. All right. Thank you very much for everyone. All right. That's the end of the episode 1 of International Students Talk 2022 brought to you by Institut Agama Islam Negeri Kendari. And don't forget to follow our Instagram at iain.kendari to get more information related to the International Students Talk 2022. And also, if you have any question, and also if you are interested to join with us in the talk show, please reach us in our Instagram as well at iain Kendari. Well, I think that's all for today. Thank you very much for all the participants, and also I would like to say thank you very much for all the speakers, Mr. Panya from Cambodia, and also Mr. Faisal and Miss Somya from India, and lastly our representative from Indonesia, Miss Maya. So, and also all the fellows from India, yeah, who has already joined with us, as well as the students from IAIN Kendari and other participants coming from Indonesia to join us in International Student Talk episode 1. So I would like to close this session by saying thank you very much, and I'll see you again in the next episode of International Student Talk 2022 brought to you by Institut Agama Islam Negeri Kendari. Okay, see you. Bye. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Terima
See you
kasih,
again.
Ibu. Bye.
Sama-sama, Mas Gaura. Terima kasih, everyone. Thank you.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Yeah, arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you, everyone. So, thank you, Mas Faisal. Thank you, Mr. Panya, ya, Mas Panya. Good luck with the BIPA class, Mr. Panya. Okay, and also Mbak Somia, Pak Wawan is waiting for you guys in BIPA class. So, okay. So, thank you very much, Pak Halim, and also thank you very much for Ibu Rektor as well, who also joined with us during the International Students Talk. So, and thank you, everyone. Don't forget to fill the link to get the e-certificate. So once again, I would like to inform that don't forget to fill the attendances link to get the free certificate from us. Okay, so thank you.